beats.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So today we're going to be talking about Maurice Hooker versus Alex Saucedo. Maurice Hooker versus Alex Saucedo. It was last night's WBO World Super Lightweight Championship on the line, where Maurice Hooker was defending his belt against Alex Saucedo. And this was a really good fight. I actually heard the whole fight card was really good. I wasn't able to see the whole fight card, but I was able to see the main event with Hooker and Saucedo. And man, it was a banging ass fight. And I had a feeling it was going to be a pretty good fight. Even when I saw the weigh-ins, like Maurice Hooker, he's a really good boxer, and Alex Saucedo is touted as the next big thing. And personally, I think Top Rank was setting up Hooker to lose that fight to Alex Saucedo. And the main reason I think that is because Saucedo was their next big guy that was coming up, touted to be this prodigy, having given really good boxers fits and sparring like that and coming up. But Maurice Hooker was a really big challenge for Saucedo because Hooker was going to be Saucedo's biggest test. And they put the fight in Saucedo's hometown in Oklahoma. And I'm like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up Saucedo to be the next champion. But dude, it was a friggin' great fight. For those of you who have not seen the fight, hopefully you can YouTube it and you can see the replay of the fight. It was a great fight. Now, like I said, in the weigh-ins pretty much showed you the intensity that these two were bringing into the fight. As soon as they came in, both of them made weight perfectly. And as soon as they did their face-off, you could see the intensity in both of the fighters. And Saucedo turned away to look at the camera and went to flex and nudged Hooker out of the way with his elbow. And you could see Hooker just push him out the way like, yo, homie, who you think you pushing on, man? And you could just see like, yeah, I'm going to make you pay for that, dog. You know, so it was friggin' really good intensity going into the fight. And then going into the fight, they actually had two of the biggest names in boxing right there at the fight. They were both there rooting for their homie Maurice Hooker. You had Errol Spence there at the fight, and you had Terrence Crawford at the fight. So, you know, with these two being at the fight and all the buildup that's been around those two, that, yo, you know that they were going to be coming to heads. And if you actually see one of my last videos that I put out, you can see the footage where they did go head to head, face to face, and having their little banner right there. But going into the Hooker Saucedo fight, as soon as the opening bell came out, dude, Maurice Hooker, he pretty much started doing his thing. Kind of did exactly what I was expecting him to do. Come out, use his range. He was the more rangy fighter, using his length, trying to keep Saucedo on the outside. And Saucedo, he did really good trying to come in and everything, but Hooker did a really good job keeping him on the outside in that first round. I actually gave him that first round. It seemed like Saucedo was the more aggressive fighter coming at Hooker because, of course, he's trying to get on the inside, but Hooker did a very good job keeping him on the outside. And then going into that second round, in the second round, Hooker, he was trying to do the same thing. Saucedo started finding his range a lot better into that second round. And then right before you know it, he threw that overhand right, bop, and just knocked Hooker down. It was almost like a flash knockdown, it seemed like, because Hooker, he got right back up. And you can look at his face and tell that he was good. You could tell that he wasn't effed up. But then you could see Saucedo just coming in, trying to take him out, and Hooker, he was able to survive. He was able to use his movement, able to use his defense, and he pretty much made it out that round, no problem. And then going into the later half of that same round, Hooker actually started being the aggressor, coming at Saucedo, and he would look like he was trying to win back that round. So it could have been a 10-8, or it could have even been a 10-9 round with the way that Hooker was able to come back to survive. But I would just give Saucedo a 10-8 round on that second round. And then going into the third round, dude, Hooker did a very good job, man, keeping Saucedo at bay, keeping him on the outside. Saucedo, he was really good at using his jab, trying to get on the inside, but Maurice Hooker did really good with his jab, keeping him on the outside, using his counters, catching Saucedo off balance. He did a really good job in that round, and he did the same thing going into the fourth round with using his jab, keeping him at bay, and keeping Saucedo off balance with his counter punches. But going into that fifth round, the 5th round, I could see what Maurice Hooker was trying to do, but he played a very dangerous game with Saucedo, letting him come into the inside, and he was letting Saucedo bully him in that round. You could see that Saucedo was having Hooker on the ropes, and Hooker pretty much stayed on the ropes about half of that round, and Saucedo was literally just bullying him that whole round, bullying him on the ropes. Hooker did a really good job using his defense to not catch any huge shots, but you could still see that shots were getting in on Hooker. And then in the last half of that round, you see Hooker come off the ropes and just start giving it to Saucedo, just hitting him with body shots, hitting him with nice, smooth combinations. And then when the bell rung, that's when I knew it was a huge turning point, when Hooker stayed staring at Saucedo and Saucedo just turned back around and Hooker was like, yeah, okay. It was almost kind of like a demoralizing mentally thing to Saucedo that Hooker did that to him. Like, yo, everything you did couldn't do anything to me. You got me exactly where you wanted me, on the ropes, and you still couldn't do anything. And then going into the 6th round, Hooker did the same thing that he was doing in the 3rd and 4th round, using his jab, keeping him on the outside, using his hooks, using his counter shots. And then going into that 7th round, literally doing the same exact thing. And you could see the damage just started piling up on Saucedo. And pretty much, dude, Hooker ended up just catching him, end up dropping him. Didn't really drop him because the ropes is what saved Saucedo. And you could even hear that the announcers were even saying the same thing. Oh, the ropes caught him, because the ropes did catch Saucedo. If those ropes weren't there, he would have hit the canvas. And then as soon as he got the standing 8 count, Hooker got right back to work, had him on the ropes, and the ref had to come in and save that homie, you know? So it was a really good fight, man. Maurice Hooker did a really good job using his superior boxing ability to keep Saucedo at bay, and he was able to retain that WBO title. Man, it was a really good fight. Like I said, if you weren't able to see it, you could go on YouTube. Hopefully you'll be able to catch the replay on YouTube, and you'll be able to see it for yourself. It was a spectacular fight. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments on this fight, who do you think Maurice Hooker should fight next? Personally, I think he should fight Regis Prograis. That would be a friggin' banging ass fight right there, man. Personally, it's just my personal opinion. But put your comments in the comment section. I'll be sure to hit you guys up, all right? So I hope you guys liked the video. Holla at your boy.